Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a young man named Jake. Jake was very restless. His mind was always full of thoughts. All day long, different thoughts came and went, and they made him feel uneasy and tired. He often felt sad about his past and worried deeply about the future. Because of this, his mind was like a storm. He couldn't feel calm. He couldn't sleep well. He had even forgotten how to smile. One day, Jake heard about a distant village in the hills. People said that a wise old lady lived there. She had once been a famous psychologist in the city. She had helped many people find peace in their minds. But now she had left the busy city life and chosen to live quietly, close to nature. Sometimes she still gave advice to those who came seeking help. Jake felt a spark of hope. Maybe she can help me find peace, he thought. So he began a long and tiring journey. After many days, Jake finally reached the village in the hills. There he saw a small house covered with greenery. On the porch sat the old lady, her eyes closed, her face calm and peaceful. Jake walked up to her and said softly, "Grandmother, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old lady slowly opened her eyes and smiled gently. "So you are looking for peace," she said. "Come with me. I will give you a small task." She led Jake to her yard and filled a glass with water, completely to the top. Not even a drop more could fit. She handed the glass to Jake and said, "Walk to the edge of the village and come back, but remember, you must not spill even a single drop." Jake was surprised, but he accepted the challenge. He held the glass carefully and began walking. The road was narrow and full of activity. People were walking, some were running. Shopkeepers were calling out to customers. Dogs were barking loudly. But Jake didn't look around. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass. Step by step, slowly and carefully, he walked forward. People noticed him, but no one disturbed him. Somehow, they could feel he was learning something important. Finally, Jake returned to the old lady. "Grandmother," he said, "I did it. I didn't spill even a single drop." The old lady smiled and asked, "That's good, but tell me, did you see the children playing on the road? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Jake looked confused. "No, I didn't notice anything. I was only focused on the glass." The old lady smiled again. "That," she said gently, "is the secret." Jake listened carefully. When your mind stays in the present moment, there is no space for fear, confusion, or unnecessary thoughts. You were only focused on the water. In that moment, your mind became quiet. You were not thinking about your past. You were not worried about your future. Jake's eyes slowly widened. He began to understand. The peace he was searching for was never outside. It had always been within him. Peace comes when we live fully in the present moment. Jake bowed his head and said softly, "Grandmother, now I understand. If I keep my mind in the present moment, I can find real peace." The old lady smiled. The sun was setting, spreading golden light across the land. Birds were flying back to their nests. Jake began his journey home, but he was no longer the restless young man. Now he carried something far more valuable than answers. He carried peace within himself.